If you have hip dips and you want to disappear them, you want an hourglass figure without dropping them dollar bills, you gotta watch this video. Hey guys, it's Elise. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are not new, then of course, welcome back to my channel. First of all, let me start off by saying this video was not planned. Okay, I had no intention on making this video, but see, when I got this product in the mail and I tried it on, I was like, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. I need to turn on this camera and I need to make a YouTube video. And me and my girls, we gotta talk. If you have hip dips and you wanna disappear them, I'm about to put you on. I'm about to put you on to this product that's gonna give it to you, okay? I don't think y'all are ready. Go ahead and like this video. Just like it before you watch it, because I'm about to blow your mind. If you guys see me with a stiff neck, it's because I'm low-key trying not to get makeup on this collar right here. Even though I know it already has makeup on it, I'm trying not to get more makeup on it than it already has. So if you see me like with robot neck over here, I'm trying to not get makeup on my collar, okay? So I hit up my good old friend Amazon, okay? And I know you got a friend named Amazon. We all know her. She a toxic friend. Girl, you toxic. Amazon, girl, you toxic. You are not good for me. I was in the middle of the night the other day doing my mindless scroll, and I was like looking for stuff, you know, one thing led to the other, and I ended up stopping my scroll when I saw this product. And I don't know if anybody else is talking about this. I have not checked by the time I'm putting this video up. I'm sure there are people talking about it. But anyways, child, I have hip dips, okay? It's a very common and natural thing, especially in women. I'm here to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, class, so if you click this video, chances are you know what a hip dip is, but in the event that you don't, I'm going to give you the definition, of course, thanks to Google. Hip dips are naturally occurring indents or depressions on the outside part of your upper legs, just below your hip bone, and if you need a visual representation, here it is right here. Here you can see this indent right beneath the hip bone, and in a lot of cases, it's very, very common, so don't feel like you're singled out if you have them. A lot of us do. Some more prominent than others, but in either case, very, very common. All right, class, now that we know what a hip dip is, let's get back to the video. I don't have the widest hips, however, my hips are naturally wider than my waist. Cave inward just a smidge because I have little hip dips. I notice them and I see them and I know that I have them. I know that it's a common thing with a lot of women and even some men have them too. But I know in most cases it bothers us women, I feel like, more than it does men. Anyways, all of that to say, hip dips are a very natural and normal thing. If you have it, it's all right. You're fine. You're not gonna die. You're normal. You're gonna be okay. I don't know how I ended up finding this on Amazon, but I saw that this product is called, it says hip pad, hip enhancer, shapewear, padded underwear for women, dip shaper pad panties. Y'all know them elaborate descriptions on Amazon. So girl, I was like, okay, let me show you guys the picture that I was looking at. I will plop it up here on the screen for you guys, but essentially it's a woman with the figure of, you know, wider hips. It's like, oh my God, I have hip dips. I want to see if this works. I got the package today and I've had it on for a good chunk of the day today. First things first, let's look at what it looks like, kind of what to expect with this type of product, and you know, I want to talk about who this might be for. So this goes for $32.99 on Amazon. Essentially it's shapewear, right? On me, it's just about knee length, or maybe right above my knee length, kind of like biker shorts, like a pair of shorts. But then on the sides here, it has these pads. And I'm going to go ahead and take one out so you guys can see what the pad looks like. This is what the pad looks like. And I actually hadn't taken it out till now. It looks thin, but once it's in, it definitely doesn't feel thin. But we'll get to that in a second. This is what it looks like. It has a little curve to kind of curve naturally with the shape of the body, because essentially this is going to go right here, right? Enhance the hips and in a way conceal those hip dips, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in. All right, y'all, this is my body. And honestly, this is not a good example with these jeans because they're a thicker material. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some leggings on to really be able to show you guys. I'm gonna cut my head off for a little bit just so I could really show you guys. But here is my waist. This is the start of kind of where my hips are. Here is where my hip dip is, and my hips kind of flow out. So again, it's not extremely noticeable, but I notice it, and obviously I know what I look like naked. I know I have them. I will do a side by side so you guys can see the difference. All right, and now this is what and I laugh because it's just like, this is not what I look like. Here is the hip enhancer. See, obviously wider, more prominent hips. My hip dips have completely disappeared because obviously with this being so padded, it has also taken the place of where my hip dips are because it goes up to my waistline right here. This is where the padding starts, and then it just gets bigger and bigger and more foamier, and then it goes down to the bottom. And as you guys can see, I'm not wearing anything else. You guys can see where this stops. It stops right at my knees, and I'm 5 feet tall. It's pretty high-waisted on me. It's making you look like you have a smaller waist because it's calling more attention to the hips and enhancing them. Now I'm wearing the leggings with the shapewear under it. In person, there are no like bumps or grooves or anything that would give away the fact that I'm wearing hip enhancing shorts under my leggings. Like, this shapewear is buttery soft, y'all. That I will say you can feel is the padding. Like, if I were to touch myself or anyone here who has it on, I'd know that they're wearing something there because it just doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel like skin. It feels like very foamy. It almost makes you feel like you're a football quarterback because you have these pads on the sides of your hips. So I know that they're there, but obviously if nobody's touching you or getting that close to you, no one would know that you have this on. It literally just enhances your body and makes your hips appear wider. It really just does disappear any of my hip dips. Let's go ahead and give this some pros and cons so that you can make an informed decision on whether or not this product is for you. For cons, I'm gonna say that the padding is pretty thick, and like I had mentioned, it's noticeable to the touch, not noticeable to the eye. Anyone who looks at you will not know you have it on, but it's noticeable to the touch. A little thick. If anybody hugs you too tight or, you know, feels on you there in any way, you might be in a situation because it's gonna be, you know, obvious that you have something on. Another con is I do find the shorts to be a little long. Like, for example, if you're trying to wear this with a short mini dress underneath, it might be a problem because the shapewear is so long. Granted, it could be the fact that I have shorter legs and I'm a shorter woman, so that could play a huge part into it. Another thing I want to say is something like this in the summer is going to be hot. Because of the padding and because you have this extra layer underneath, your bottom section is going to be so hot. Like, I can already imagine this on a hot summer day. Y'all, my ass would be so sweaty having this on all day if I was to wear this under a pair of jeans or even a pair of leggings or whatever. Because of the padding, it gives it an extra layer, and it would just give you no breathing room, especially below your waist section. You would be really, really hot. So that's one thing to consider if you sweat easily. I can't imagine this under like a pair of jeans in the middle of like a 90-degree summer day. I just can't. I feel like I would be like wanting to rip this thing off. Other con to me is it's a little exaggerated. I mean, this is a personal preference thing, you guys. On me, I mean, like, I know myself, I know what I look like, and I just feel like it's a little too fake. I feel like if the pads were a little bit thinner, it would look a little bit more natural. And truly, I bought this with the intention to just kind of fill in my hip dips just a little bit, but I feel like this is literally like, it's giving me a literal fat transfer in like 2 seconds, and I don't know that that's what I asked for. I literally just wanted something with a little bit of a padding to just kind of, you know, smooth out my hip dips, but this is like next level. However, if your intention is literally to enhance and give yourself like a more hourglass figure and to really give yourself the illusion of much wider hips, then you wouldn't mind it. I feel like you would like it. So for pros, like I just mentioned, if your intention is to give yourself wider hips, if your intention is to look curvier, if your intention is to have more of an hourglass figure, if you have very small hips to no hips, then you might really like this. You might really like this because it's gonna create that illusion. And in a lot of ways, it might even make you feel better. If it's a big insecurity of yours, and if you don't like how your body looks, first of all, that's internal work that you need to do in accepting yourself and doing all of that internal work. But I'm a realist, and I understand the fact that everybody has their own insecurities, and if one of yours is your hips and you wanna see what you might look like, you know, with wider hips, this is definitely something that is a pro in your case, and you're gonna wanna try this out. Another pro of this is it is extremely comfortable. Like, I had this on, you guys. Like I said, I got it today in the mail earlier this afternoon. It is the evening right now. I've had it on all day long. I took it off for just a smidge when I filmed the intro of this video, but I've had this on all day, and honestly, I've forgotten that I had it on because it's so comfortable. It's really, really thin. Again, I don't know how it would do with higher temperatures. It's a chillier day today, so I don't know how it would do with higher temperatures. However, it's really comfortable. Another pro for this, it's super affordable, under $35. You got yourself an instant fat transfer here. Got yourself an instant trip to Dr. Miami to get a hip augmentation fat transfer for under $35. And who can complain about that price? No one. Another pro for this is we're women, right? We're women. Let's keep it real. There's days that we feel confident, and there's days that we're not. Those days where you want to put a dress on and you want to feel like that girl in that dress, you know, and you want to do it in ways that you're not hurting yourself and you're not hurting anyone around you. Yeah, this shapewear is going to come in clutch. You know, you put this on and you put a nice dress over it, and instantly it makes you look like you got a tinier waist and you got big hips. Some cases it might be a self-esteem booster, and that might be what somebody needs to make their day better. I'm not going to knock anybody for that. So that to me is a pro as well. That's it. That's all I have to say about the hip enhancing shapewear. I'm not going to say it's something you 100% need because it's circumstantial. You might want to try it out, and if you do, go ahead and try it out. And if you feel like you already have, you know, the body that you want, and if you feel like you already have wide hips, you don't need to enhance them anymore, then that's fine too. But real quick, what we're not going to do is we're not going to judge anyone who wants to try this out and who wants to see how they look in something like this, because listen, everybody's battling with their own things internally, and everybody has their own definition of beautiful in their head. And if somebody wants to try this shapewear out to see if, you know, it can enhance or it can cover up some hip dips, then that's fine. Do what you got to do. Alright, you guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned a thing or two. Make sure you check out the description box below because I will have it linked for you guys to try out if you are interested. Please don't forget to subscribe on your way out. I would love to have you be a part of my YouTube family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!